TeriGigi here, and today I just thought I'd sit down and chat with you about just stuff. This is going to be a very good video if you are a young mom, a grandmother that takes care of their grandkids at any time, and just general things I've learned about scheduling and the way to run your life if you're extremely busy. I know I've shared with you that about, back in February, my son-in-law moved in with us in order to start a new job. I went to Florida to hang out with my daughter and grandkids for 3 weeks. Remember all that? Then I brought the grandkids back with me. I wish I had vlogged some of those days. It was a 2-day drive with just me and them. I wish I would have vlogged some of it. We had the best time, even though I was dreading the trip. I mean, it was just fun. They loved it. They loved being in the hotel with me. We just had a great time. So anyway, they came back with me. My daughter had to stay in Florida, and they lived here with their dad, all of us together, for about 6 weeks. So I had to become extremely, and my daughter was here a little bit of that, but she is now back in Florida, and she's going to be there until June. She has a big project she's working on that's very, very important. So I'm on deck. I am helping out the family until she can get here, and then everything's going to be back to normal. So, so I thought I would share my schedule and how I manage to help take care of the kids. Now, my son-in-law did take them to school in the mornings, most mornings, but I was in charge of picking them up every day and fixing dinner for everyone, and I helped out a lot with laundry and all kind of things because I was available to do that. So what helped me to survive this? Because it was a lot. And you know, I raised 3 kids. I never complained, hardly ever. I don't know. It was just, I was in my element. It didn't bother me. I knew this is what I was doing, raising children, and I just did it. And I don't know. I never was one of those moms that, I'm sure at moments I got overwhelmed, but it wasn't a running theme in my life, right? Well, having to go back to that suddenly with a 5 and a 9-year-old, starting a new school, living in a new town, everything that was going on was a lot to handle. And keeping my husband happy. He was perfectly willing to help out and have them move in here, but I learned through this process that I never need to forget that he is my #1 priority. It's Scott. He's my #1 priority, and he's the person that I need to talk to first to see if things are okay, if things are running smoothly. You know, he's about to be 60 years old. He did not want to watch the Disney Channel every day. So I have thought of a solution for that now that they're here living again, not in my house, but in my town. And I'll share that with you later. But how did I do it? Now this will work if you're a worker, if you've got a company, even over the holidays. This is things that helped me survive and survive well without losing my mind. #1 was meal planning. I have tried to do that over the years, but because of my Walmart online shopping that I discovered, I was able to stand in the kitchen right there at the counter with my laptop, order my groceries, and make a quick meal plan on a piece of paper, make sure I had everything, and it was genius because I could start my list as soon as my other list ended. You know, I went and picked up my groceries and I started a new list that day, so that in a week, I mean, it was a no-brainer. It worked so well. So stay organized with your meals, especially when you're feeding. I was feeding 1, 2, 3, 4 adults and 2 kids, and sometimes 5 adults and 2 kids. Yeah, in this townhouse. One reason we bought this townhouse is because no one was going to be living here in our town, so we didn't need extra room constantly. And now all that changed, but we made it work. So meals, the kids. Okay, I wanted to help my son-in-law as much as possible with the kids because he was working, starting a new job, and working really long hours as he managed this new place he was taking over. So how did I do that to make the mornings run smoothly if it was my morning to take them to school, which happened, you know, some. When I'm in charge with the kids, even when I had Camp Gigi, if it was during school time, every night we had the same routine. We did the homework not immediately, but maybe half an hour after we walked in the door, they did their homework. Get it out of the way, get it done. Completely get their backpacks ready for the next day. And I'm talking, this is by 5 o'clock, this was done. They would lay out their clothes every night. I'm talking folded shorts, shirt, or jeans, whatever, shoes, socks, hair bow, I don't care what. It had to be stacked up in a little area. They had to bring it to me, exactly what they wanted to wear the next day. They were staying upstairs, but I would lay their clothes out down here in my room, okay? So when they woke up, they came downstairs like little zombies. I would have them eat their breakfast, get ready for school, go in my room and get ready for school. Everything was laying there. It was such a relief that I wasn't running upstairs, digging through their clothes. So if you're a mom, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how much this helps the morning routine, because there's no decisions to be made. They were made the night before when they had plenty of time to agonize over what to wear to school. I'm speaking of my daughter, my granddaughter, not my grandson. So also, I got them up at least 15 minutes to 30 minutes earlier than I thought we needed to get out the door. That just made everything so smooth, so easy. I normally only gave them 2 choices for breakfast. It wasn't going to be this cafe situation where they, you know, blah, blah, blah. I would give them 2 choices, you know. Today, do you want waffles or do you want eggs? Do you want yogurt or do you want fruit? You know, different things like that. So, and because of my meal planning, I always had milk. I always had the yogurt, the butter and the bread, and, you know, the syrup for the waffles, you know, everything. Oh my gosh, it made it, I have to say, 6 to 7, it was about 6 weeks, it ran so smoothly. Even Scott said to me, this was way better than I expected. This was so smooth and wonderful. And of course, they're wonderful kids, and my son-in-law's amazing, and my daughter, so it made it easier. Also, the other thing that made the whole thing easier is picking up, obviously, every single day, cleaning the kitchen every single day, never leaving dishes in the sink, you know, wiping down the counters, you know, just the basics that I think people, especially moms, when their kids are young, let that stuff go. And ultimately, I think that goes against a calm and peaceful atmosphere for the home. And I think I've told this in another video a long time ago, what I wish I would have known when I was a mom. You know, that was one of the videos. It was about that. I made them pick up their toys. They knew exactly where their toys went too, because they're in a different environment. So it's not like they had their toy box upstairs or something in their room. Every day, you teach little children and you have expectations of them, they will follow through. They will do it. Walk in the garage door from when we'd come in from school. They immediately, you come through the laundry room and you come past my stairs and into the other part of the house. They would stop at the stairs, take off their shoes, put their socks inside their shoes, and come in. They wouldn't get even past there. They knew exactly where the backpack spot was. They would immediately put their backpacks there. They knew where their toy corner was, next to the couch over there, next to the fireplace. They knew exactly. They followed through and did incredibly well, but it was because I didn't give them a choice. And there's no whining. Well, if there was, they had to leave the room. Anyway, that's just how I made this difficult, not difficult, but very unusual situation work. So now they're back in their own home. I still pick them up from school every day because my son-in-law is working, do homework and snack and everything until their dad walks in at 6. So I'm doing that every day. And that's only going to be through the end of school, which is another month or so. But I had a couple of aha moments during this entire situation that I wanted to share with you. One night, I've had 2 not meltdowns, but 2 overwhelming moments, or where I kind of hit the wall and just thought, oh, you know, I had 2 of them. And let me tell you what they were about. Both of them were because I was tired. I had either not slept in a couple of nights well, or I had stayed up really late watching, you know, something on TV or YouTube or something. And so I was tired both times that I had this happen. I went in my room one night a few weeks ago, and I was just laying there, and Scott could tell something was wrong. And he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Nothing, blah, blah, blah." Finally, he said, "No, tell me what's wrong." And I said, "I just don't feel like I have any choices. I feel like right now my life is running me versus me running my life. I just have no choices, Scott. I just have no choices. It's just everything's being chosen for me because it just is. That's just the way it is." And he said to me, "That's not true." And I said, "Yes, it is." And he goes, "No, it's not." And I said, "Yes, it is. That's how we deal." And he said, "You've made the choice to be a help, to offer help, to be there for your family. That's the choice you made." And I can't tell you how that just blew my mind. Because in my mind, and I think in a lot of women's minds, we do things without thinking. And we don't even realize how much we're really helping. Not to pat myself on the back or shine my halo, but you don't even realize it. What would they do without us here? You know, what would they do? What would have happened with the situation the way it is? It would have not been good. It would have been terrible. And so even though I would have never, ever pictured saying, "No, I'm not doing that. No, you're not moving in with, no, you can't." It doesn't even resonate with me. But because of that, I felt like I didn't have a choice. Because in my mind, I didn't have a choice. Does that make sense? But I did have a choice. Scott said, there are a lot of people that would have said, "No, you're not doing this. No, this isn't going to work." Sometimes you do have to say that. Sometimes you draw boundaries. There has been certain boundaries we've drawn, but it's been workable for everybody without us feeling like we're just run over by a train. And I did feel that way that night because I was really tired. Second aha moment, and because he said that, it changed my whole outlook and attitude. Yes, I have choices. I'm choosing to do the right thing in my mind. I'm choosing to do good. You know, you hear that people are the hands and feet of Jesus on the earth. I've never felt that way so much as nurturing and taking care of my grandson and granddaughter during this time. Okay, the second aha moment I had was a different one, but again, tired. This happened like 2 days ago. I was exhausted. I was tired. I cannot remember why I hadn't slept. I'm just not sleeping that good. I don't know what it is. Well, we're getting a new mattress this week, so I think that's 99% of it. We just need a new mattress so badly. I was asked to do something. I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was big. And because I was exhausted, I just said, "No, I can't do that." And it was something that needed to be done. But something in my spirit said, no, I don't know what it was. I have no idea because that's not me, okay? But here's how it worked out and what makes it so interesting. Scott just looked at me. He goes, "Well, what, you know?" And I said, "I'm not doing it. I just can't. I have to say no on this one thing. I just can't do it." And he's looking at me so shocked. He left the room. And I thought, and in the back of my mind, I knew I would do it. If push came to shove, I knew I would. But y'all, not 5 minutes went by. And he came back in the room. And he said, "Okay, I worked it out. I'm going to do it. I've worked it out at work. I've worked it out in my life. You know, I've got personal days. I'm going to do this thing." And I don't know. That's what was supposed to happen, okay? I feel like that's what was supposed to happen. I was supposed to take a step back and let someone else take a step forward. Not that my husband has not been helping, believe me. But it's pretty much been 99% on me. And I just want to tell you that sometimes if you know in your spirit you're not supposed to do something, or you just feel like, "I can't do that," just say no. And then someone else will probably step up to the plate and do it. And it was amazing. I never expected it in a million years. And I just said, thank you. Thank you. That's how tired I was. I should have been doing cartwheels. Not that I can do a cartwheel anymore, but I just said, thank you so much. And now it's all planned, it's all done, so, sometimes just think about it before you say yes to anything. And if you can't do it, or you don't feel like this is possible, or this is going to really push you to the edge or push you over the edge, say no. I bet you someone else is willing to step up and do it. I learned that at church too. Volunteering at church years ago, I volunteered so much. Well, then for some reason I couldn't volunteer. Oh, my son broke his arm and he had to go to therapy, and all these different things happened with his arm. And I had to step back from the volunteering I was doing. And guess what? As I stepped back, other people stepped in. Sometimes I think we think we're superhuman, and it's not true. And I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you in case you have any kind of situation coming up like that you need to make a decision about. And it was some aha moments in my life, and I just wanted to share those. Okay, coming up in my videos, so exciting. I'm going to put together the vlog that I told you about. Scott and I went on some little one-day things, and it was funny and crazy. Also, I redecorated my mom and I redecorated my granddaughter's bedroom and my grandson's bedroom. And it was hilarious, and they turned out so darn cute. And we did them during the Houston floods because that's when my mom was here. And it just worked out great. I cannot wait to share it. If I had really good lighting, it would be an HGT moment. I'm telling you. That's how cute those rooms turned out. But I didn't have great lighting to show you. But you will get the ideas. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So I'm really going to work hard to make that video really good. I'm going to try to edit it in a good way and blah, blah, blah. So that's it for today. Talk to you later.